Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever, skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we're entering the world of creativity, and we're going to be talking about the innovator's dilemma. If you're reading any autobiographies about the entrepreneurs within our generation that's made an impact, whether it be Steve Jobs, whether it be Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and such, a lot of them, they're going to be bringing up this one particular book that influenced their thinking. It's known as The Innovator's Dilemma. And the power of this book is that it codifies what it's like to innovate something. The reason that there's a dilemma is because a lot of successful companies often tend to implode based off of doing what was already working. So for example, imagine that you have a product that's working very well, right? There's a market demand for it. You're making pretty good margins, and you're thinking about different ways that this product can be improved. So what are you going to do? You're going to continue to improve it. You're going to make little tweaks here and there, trying to make it even better so the market can love it even more. But what typically happens is that when you're over here trying to make tweaks into what is already working, then chances are that you're not looking for different methods to innovate further. And this is what takes down a lot of companies. They get something that's working, and then they don't invest enough money in the innovation side of things, because with innovation, you're going to be failing a lot. For years, things may not be profitable, and you're just going to be having to say, okay, I know down the line that it may be profitable, but we don't know. So the dilemma presents itself. Do you take your foot off the gas pedal of what is working to somewhat invest in what may work down the future? The more scaled that your company is, the more likely that that's not going to happen. Due to a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of fat, bloated processes, these companies just keep doubling down on what is working. And then suddenly what happens is that a tiny startup that has been investing in the innovation side of things comes out of nowhere and changes how things work. This is how Blockbuster was blindsided by Netflix. The thing is, no matter what type of company that you are, I believe nowadays you need to look at both sides of the coin. You need to find the things that are working and give some attention, energy, and money to making those products better. For example, let's say you run a publishing company and you have 3 books that are doing very well for you. It's bringing in most of your cash flow. Well, what you should do in this scenario is, let's say you didn't have those books proofread. Now you can invest money to get those books proofread to make it even better. But as you're making these products better, what you also want to do is invest money, time, energy into creating new books that can potentially bring in cash flow into the future. Now, what's going to happen is that a lot of these books aren't going to be successful. It's not going to be things that are working yet. But do not forget the innovator's dilemma. Don't be so proud from what is working that you do not have the guts to invest in what may work. Because companies that try to fight innovation and creativity, eventually in the last moments of their life, are like, whoa, we made a big mistake. And that's when they try to invest all their resources into the creativity. But then it's just too late. It's like trying to practice for a speech the day before the speech. Too late. Instead, get a head start. Start investing in what is working and start investing in what may work down the near road. By doing this, you have resolved the innovator's dilemma and you set up your company to succeed in the future. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks podcast, and I'll catch you next time.